Welcome to the Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. This week's episode is sponsored by our most recent Patreon member, Justin Hickok. He actually signed up before we started recording last Monday, but I don't check my email often enough. This week, we're joined by Alex, Jaimen, Randy, Jason, and Corey. Evan should be here shortly after Prospect Park doubles. Before we begin, I had a couple notes about last week's rules question. I was futzing with Skip Ace while Jason asked the question, so I didn't comment at the time. Hypothetical question. You're playing an A tier using the same hole 9 at J Park, and you don't know anybody else on your card. It's you and 3 randos. One of the other players throws a shot that is 100% no doubt going to go in the water, and for whatever reason, you're in a position to grab it before it goes in. Do you not just grab it and have him play OB from there?
No. I'd be looking for a stick a little bit further downstream to hopefully intercept it.
My instinct is at an A tier where I don't know anyone on the card, I would never be in a position to grab it. I would not be right behind the basket while they're trying to putt, or I would be doing my best to not be in that position.
Well, for whatever reason, Alex, you are, so you must answer.
If I'm standing out of bounds, then I'll probably grab it. If I'm standing inbounds, then I'll just get out of the way, I think.
Okay. Would anybody grab it?
Not at an A tier. Maybe at a C tier. Probably at like a flex, definitely a league. But A tier, the rules carry too much weight.
No, I get it. And even if I say 100% certainty, you can never be 100% certain of anything because, any number of things could have happened.
And I'd be like more concerned about the player perceiving that somehow I impacted their disc and that could have somehow went in bounds or something.
Yeah. That's fair. It was just a question that occurred to me while I was listening when I was editing. The other thing, you guys were talking about hitting your own bag. I don't remember the year, but I was playing hole 10 at Kisco. I think it was one of the Kisco Classics. And if you know hole 10, it's basically you're up on top and you're thrown across a kind of a ravine-ish, not a big one, but like a big dip in the ground. So if you can get across, it's a pretty easy hole. On this day, I did not, and I hit a tree, and it came back pretty far. It's one of those type of holes where you hit a tree, it's coming back it feels like 100 feet. So I had to get up the hill and avoid a good amount of trees. This was probably like a decade ago, so there were more trees than there are probably now. Just trying to make me feel better. So on the second throw, I hit a tree and it comes back and it hits my bag. So I gave myself a stroke and I move on. At the after party, I told that story to Bill Newman and he said that I didn't need to take a stroke. So I was like, what are you talking about? He pulled out his PDGA rule book and he asked me to find the rule. It's since changed and now that is the case. But at the time, it wasn't even... so I gave myself a stroke for no reason. It wasn't even pleasurable. I think Jason had mentioned something about the rule being changed at some point, and I just want to add a little quick anecdote about it. So this weekend we had the ElectriCity Classic and the Greater Hartford Open. Before we get to those, though, who didn't play disc golf this week? Actually, no, Jaimen, you're here. How was your trip?
It was great. Colorado is a super cool place. We were consistently impressed with the state. Just kind of in general, it's absolutely beautiful. There's gold mines all over the place, which I wasn't really expecting, which was a cool thing to see. Just these big piles of mining tailing along the highway. These big old wooden structures all over the place. So it was a really cool time. I did get to play a couple rounds of disc golf. I played one in Denver at 5,000 feet, and then I played one at Leadville at 10,000 feet. My putting is much better when there's no air because it doesn't glide, so it just drops into the basket.
Did you notice a difference, though?
Oh, yeah. Big difference. I only brought a Rhythm, which is almost a roller fairway driver for me, and it was acting like a T-bird out there. The only time I could get it to really turn over was if I was throwing downhill. So, yeah, really big difference in how stuff flies, and everything just kind of goes shorter, too. You got to put a lot more oomph into your putt or nothing's going to work.
So you only brought one disc?
Well, I brought 3, but Taylor was using one of them. She was using an uplink the entire time. I brought the Rhythm, an uplink, and my Pixel, which is just my putting putter. Those are not the ones that I would usually bring, but I brought those because from what I understood of the conditions, I felt like that would be the best.
If I had a T-bird, what would happen with my T-bird?
It would just act more stable, more overstable, I should say. If you're throwing it forehand, it's going to go more to the right. Okay. It's going to fight out of its flexes and stuff faster. That's what I was finding with everything. You got to kind of throw everything just a little bit harder to get it to really go anywhere.
Okay. So kind of like I was going to say a Firebird, but a Firebird that doesn't go as far, I guess.
Yep.
All right, that's cool. Alex, you said you didn't play disc golf this weekend? What'd you do?
Not much. Got some stuff done around the house. I was going to play ElectriCity, and then I was on Facebook and I saw a post saying, today's the last day to sign up, 8 o'clock, registration closes. And I looked down at the clock, it was 8:20, and I refused to be the person who texted saying, hey, is there still a chance I can sign up? So I didn't end up playing any disc golf this weekend. But Friday night, I went with the family to Tanglewood because they were doing Return of the Jedi in concert. So they had a full band. It was the Boston Pops.
Orchestra.
Yeah. Orchestra. Thank you.
Yikes.
They had a full set of musicians playing the music live to Return of the Jedi while we watched the movie. So it was really, really cool.
Nice.
I think I saw something like that not too long ago for Nightmare Before Christmas. And goddamn, if I don't try to go to one of those types of shows in my lifetime or before the movie becomes really irrelevant.
So like 5 years ago?
Nah, that shit is still going strong.
Okay.
I'm still picking up Nightmare Before Christmas merch here and there.
Those kind of things are super cool. I went and saw Jurassic Park a few years ago. Philadelphia Orchestra tends to do one of those a year at least up at SPAC. I think they did Harry Potter this year.
Harry Potter is a great one to go see, barring, there's some other things with Harry Potter that's going on. But the music's always great for that. Lord of the Rings is the one that I would really, really want to go to, though.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Only if they do the Leonard Nimoy version of the Hobbit song. You gotta have some whimsy in there, no?
No, yeah, absolutely. I'm honestly a big fan of the old Rankin Bass, The Hobbit. It's an animated movie. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that, but that's the one I grew up on, and so all the music from that is still stuck in my head.
Yeah, Snow Miser, Heat Miser, yeah.
Yes, it's the same guys, only it's not stop motion animation. It's drawn animation, rotoscoped, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, I see you played a lot last week, but you didn't play this weekend, did you? Didn't you work on some T-pads or something?
Oh, yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. Jess played ElectriCity, so I hung out with the kids, and we went to Greenville.
With Randy and his kids, right?
Yeah, he brought his kids, and we finished hole 11 at Greenville. It's great.
Hole 11. I'm trying to think. Is that one of the ones in the woods?
Yeah, it's the one with the OB wall that you have to clear with like the two trees.
Yeah, Corey likes to just hit it.
The one that's like slightly uphill, or no?
It's like you're throwing through some uprights that are only like 40 feet in front of you, and then there's like a rock wall.
Oh, that little putter one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. I mean, you mean that Firebird one?
Mm-hmm.
So Randy and I played a few holes after that. We just did like part of the Hidden Forest Loop. And then Sunday, I went and finished hole 12 and partially finished 13. I didn't have enough stone dust. So I just put the pavers down temporarily for now to keep stuff from growing. But got to go back and finish that. So.
All right. Randy, other than coursework, did you play it all this weekend?
So we've built a routine of going and playing SPAC and then taking the kids to the pool and then going and getting beer from Treehouse. And that is a very nice Sunday routine.
Nice. SPAC, that's a 9-hole?
Yeah, 2 loops. We ended up playing like a 9-hole loop and then like 4 holes, which got us to the far side of the parking lot. And then we took the kids swimming because they were tired of us playing disc golf.
Nice. On Saturday, I went over to Port Jervis. I did the red, then the white, then the blue. It gets progressively more difficult. There was actually a guy there, Micah, who brought a group of his buddies who never played before. So he did what you're supposed to do on International Disc Golf Day. He introduced people to the sport. But I finished my round and I put it into UDisc. Now, mind you, Saturday was August 1st. It said, "Oh, you've just matched how many rounds you played last month." And I was like, oh man, that was very disheartening.
Was it one?
One, yeah.
Only one you put you did.
I did it as the red, white, and blue. They have that as a layout. So yeah, no. Now, mind you, I only recorded one round. I played some disc golf other than that, but it was still like, wow, that sucks that I don't play. So I went again Sunday and did the same thing.
Did you feel better?
Yeah. Well, it didn't tell me that I played twice as many rounds as last week or as last month, but
it wasn't like great googly moogly. This is your highest round rating on this layout.
Actually, it was. I shot better the second time. So it was actually my highest UDisc round rating ever. Here's a question. Do you prefer the PDJ rating or the UDisc rating? It seems like the UDisc rating only goes up to 300-400?
I personally like the PDJ rating only because it's more of the standard or more well-known, or for as little as people know what goes into it, people know more of what goes into it than a UDisc rating kind of. I don't know. I don't mind having both though. I kind of have this idea that for me, if I'm playing around, hopefully it's at least a 200, whatever that means. But
yeah, looking at it, it was said if you're a newer player, for intermediate, is 200 is what you shoot for. That's your floor, I would imagine. So that makes sense. I'll let you know when I reach it, Corey.
Yeah, you got it.
Dude, I think it gave me a 185.
That's pretty close. You just got to keep playing, go become a regular at Prospect.
Well, that's what I kind of like in that Port Jervis course too. It's got the little 9-hole, the red layout, it's slightly larger than an ace place, not much, but noticeably. But then the rest of it, like if you took the white and the blue layout and you like just mixed and matched them, it would be probably equivalent to a Prospect. In fact, I think Prospect has a couple more longer holes as far as the ones out up on the top in the grass and such.
The UDisc rating is really consistent, and I do kind of like it. And I went to look at my chart, and there was one single huge dip to 136. And I'm like, I don't really remember playing a bad round. So it says Zoob Park, and I click on it, and it's with a guy named Zed's Bread 710, and it's in Texas. And I did not play in Texas this year. And someone must have randomly added me that I don't know and tracked their score with my account, which is crazy. I don't know how people can do that.
Can't you put in the PDGA number?
Yeah, so they just picked me. I feel so special now, but I am going to delete this.
Or maybe they just searched for their buddy Randy and thought they added some Randy.
What's your PDGA number?
106525.
Docs.
Maybe they're 206
Exactly.
525 or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, but they are bad. Sorry.
Well, maybe 306 525. So this weekend, they had the 21st annual Greater Hartford Disc Golf Open. Corey and Jaimen, you guys both played?
Yep, we both did.
And Corey, you said this is your third time?
Yeah, it's my third year being there.
How about you, Jaimen? How many times have you played here?
This is my first time playing a tournament here. I did get to the course once, but it was not in the Greater Hartford layout.
Okay. It's Manchester, Connecticut. Patrick DiCaprio, tournament director, and assistant Dan Hale. It's 3 rounds. Was it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep, tee times. Same layout each round.
So you went out on Friday?
Went out on Friday. Yep. Myself and Kyle Hirsch carpooled. Jaimen went out with the Tower of Power. Jason Gorsuch. And we had Justin Muccelli out there. And I'm not sure if any other New Yorkers or listening area people were there that I can think of.
Well, the world is our listening area, Corey. So technically everybody on this list.
119 people played.
Nice. So how'd it go?
Myself and Kyle, Jason, and Jaimen stayed in a little Airbnb, probably about 25 minutes from the course or so. Went out Friday, and I think our tee times were kind of around that 1 to 2 o'clock range. So went out there a little bit earlier, kind of warmed up in the field. There's a lot of property at the park, and kind of near hole 1 that's not part of the course is a large baseball type field. Warm up a bit. Hole 1 is kind of daunting, where you can kind of bail out to the right, but it's a downhill shot, probably about 530 to clear the OB. If you're trying to put yourself in a simple birdie position, that's usually, people kind of ruin their tournaments literally on the first hole on this kind of hole. So for myself, I'm just looking to clear that OB. I actually birdied it round 1. Is that be a course where you could, people go 9 down. You could go 9 down if you stay clean, don't get any OB strokes. And there's a lot of pretty easily birdieable holes there. So that's kind of my goal, is get some of the easy ones. Know that I'm probably going to bogey a couple holes just because there's so much OB and never know what's going to happen. So after round 1, I shot a 995 1 down round, which I wouldn't have thought rated that high. But when people are out there getting 10s and 8s and 9s on holes, the ratings kind of start to pile up, which put me in a tie for 9th, I believe, after round 1. I don't know. Do we want to ping pong this, Jaimen, or?
Sure. Getting out there, I had not played the course in that configuration, so there was a lot of learning on the go. That began right on hole 1 when I went out of bounds and then took a double bogey. The first few holes were pretty stressful, but kind of towards the middle of my round, I got things going and was able to get some birdies here and there and finish out with, after a 4+ start, 1 under for the round, which felt really good, even if Corey didn't think it felt as good.
Sometimes it's how you get there,
Yeah.
Yeah, so then after our round, we all kind of linked back up with Gorsuch. I think Gorsuch was playing an hour and a half before us, playing in the MP40 division. But after his round was done, he would come back to the second half of the course and kind of watch. I'm sure he bounced between mine and Kyle's and Jaimen's cards, mainly because there's some holes with some elevation, up some hills, down some hills. So he could just stay at that lower area and watch us kind of play those holes without having to move much. We had up a pretty nice Mexican restaurant, got some tacos and Mexican style drinks, whether that be some Dos Equis or Modelo's or a margarita. With it being World's Weekend, it was actually pretty enjoyable to just get back to the Airbnb, kind of decompress and relax, polish off a bag of Starburst and some brewskis and watch the World's coverage, even though I know it wasn't live because it was starting so early. But I think that was a pretty fun part about the whole weekend too.
Starburst and beer?
Oh, yeah. Whenever you get snacks with Kyle, you're going to be getting bags of candy and whatnot. So, yeah, that was the midnight snack. The weather for all 3 days was basically perfect. It was getting progressively warmer each day. Round 2, I was just trying to do basically the exact same thing, try to aim to be at least even, preferably a few under par. This time I got to play with Jaimen, which I don't know that we've, at least this year, have had a chance to play like a tournament round together. At least the Albany area boys, we were all pretty packed close together. After round 1, I think Justin Muccelli was 2 down. Me and Jaimen were 1 down. Kyle was 1 over. So on the course, we were all, basically a card behind each other. But playing with Jaimen was fun. Hole 1, it was a little bit windier. I kind of turned my shot over, which would not have cleared the OB in a straight line, but there's like a bailout area to the right, so I was inbounds. And I just basically had like a simple Gator 3 type hyzer to get towards the basket, and I skip OB. And now I had this like 45-foot putt to save par, which this is one of the holes. There's a couple holes that I'm like, if I can do anything this weekend is to just not mess up a couple of these pretty tough holes. So I started off day 2 with like a 45-foot circle 2 putt to save par. And then from there, it was just pars. Through the front 9, I was clean, bogey free, but I had 1 birdie.
Did you say a Gator 3?
Like a Gator 3 backhand hyzer. Yeah, I probably had like 280.
I didn't realize they made a Gator 3.
Oh, yeah. Joel Freeman, baby. Halo Gator 3.
Does it like start turning right out of your hand?
It's
because
pretty
a regular
stable,
Gator
yeah.
is pretty, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a slow firebird.
Yeah, okay.
For me, I know that if I throw it as hard as I can, I can't throw it 300 feet. Or, it's very unlikely I'm going to even get close to 300 feet. So I can just throw it hard on hyzer, and I know I'm going to throw it around 250. But yeah, I had another round that I felt pretty okay with. A 1 over, 966 rated, 2 birdies again. I think it was the same as round 1. Actually, I had 3 birdies round 1. But a couple more bogeys that I probably shouldn't have taken. But yeah, after round 2, I was still sitting right at the cash line, right where I'm kind of starting to feel comfortable around.
So yeah, second round was pretty good. Honestly, I don't remember too much of it right now. It was a lot of pars. I definitely remember that. Nothing too crazy. I did manage to birdie hole 1, which felt really good. Hole 4 ended up being my nemesis all weekend. I bogeyed that one all 3 rounds, which isn't that much of a spoiler. Just playing good. My putting's not super, super confident right now, which has been a little bit of a monkey on my back these past couple tournaments. But I was making most of them when I needed to. Couple spots here and there, it's just still learning stuff. There's this one hole where day 1 I threw a fairway for an upshot, and then day 2 I threw a mid-range for an upshot, and then day 3 I threw a putter for an upshot, just trying to figure out what to do, and that kind of stuff that if I had gotten a chance to play the course prior to the tournament, I probably would have done a little bit better with, but squeaked out. I think I was 2 over for that round.
1 over.
1 over? All right, thank you. 1 over. Yeah, finished at 1 over. Felt like I, could have done a lot more, but just kind of wasn't making things happen when I needed to. So that was all right. Kind of stayed in the same spot. I think I started the day in 9th place and ended the day in 12th place. So same card, just for day 3, just instead of being the first person on the tee, I was the last person on the tee.
To put in perspective how tough of a course it might be to play blind, how much more of an advantage do you feel you personally had going into holes after seeing them round 1 going into round 2?
I've definitely felt like I had a big advantage. There's a lot of circumstantial golf on that course. So you're not going to land in the same place a lot of times on some of those holes. So day 2, we played with 2 guys that were just home fielders. They were there. They were locals, Jared Hill and Brandon Shaw. And, they would be taking the disc out of their bag for the hole before they were even walking up to it. There was no thought process going on. They were just this is the disc I throw on this hole the entire time. And, I'm going, oh, what did I do yesterday? Did that work? Do I need to change? That kind of stuff. There's a lot of times where I was in places where I didn't know the distances. And even if I had a number distance from a rangefinder or something, it wouldn't really help. I needed to know what kind of disc to throw because there's kind of weird big hyzers sometimes. And it would have helped a lot if I had gotten a practice round or 2 or 3 out there. hole 8, I would have birdied 3 times in a row rather than once kind of thing. I definitely left a lot of birdies out there from not knowing the course.
Yeah, I know this course in particular, I was pulling my rangefinder out a lot because you get up to a shot and it looks like it's 300 feet away and you beam it and it's 450. Like, it'd be that big of a difference. And there's like multiple holes like that. And I don't know why. Like, it's not like they were just baskets in the wide open. There was definitely things that kind of give you perspective. But my rangefinder was huge. And even after playing now, I think I've probably got 10 or 11 rounds at the park. I feel like I have an idea of like what disc for me is good for it. But like you said, it's kind of rare on at least half the holes to, depending on how you're feeling that day, where the disc is going to actually land. And then there's like a lot of like par 4s and 5s there. So there's a lot of, variability in how you're playing the hole.
So what'd you guys do Saturday night? Anything?
Oh yeah, so actually Saturday morning, real quick to back it up, we had to hit a classic diner to get a nice breakfast in. And then I think for most of us, if not all of us, we checked out another local course, Ecker Hill, which was the first for me. So I got the course number up. Felt like a team challenge-y, northeast, wooded on a hill course, I suppose. It was fine.
Nothing Saturday night?
Oh, Saturday night, I stopped at 7-Eleven, got a couple bags of firewood. Our Airbnb had a fire ring and an unusually large backyard. Like, you look around the neighborhood, it's like everything is on like a 3rd-acre plot, and this is like an acre property, big backyard. So we kind of just like tossed a glitch around, bullshitted, had a little fire, played some horse-style disc golf putting game.
So 7-Eleven you guys don't have those up there, right?
They're few and far between.
If you see a 7-Eleven usually up here, it's not in a great area.
I think Long Island has a bunch, but
it was just a place that we drove by, and I'm like, oh, they got wood over there. Oh, we have a fire ring. Oh, let's go over there and get wood, I guess.
That's cool.
But yeah, Saturday didn't like have too crazy a night because Sunday was going to be, the final round of Worlds. So we all kind of woke up to watch the full MPO Worlds coverage that started at 7:30 in the morning. And we basically said we weren't going to leave the Airbnb until we finished watching Worlds. And then from there, we went and checked out another local course that actually, I think Jaimen had played Friday before the round, and I played like a warm-up course last year with Kyle, Center Springs, which is like a 9-hole course with multiple tier basket positions to make 18 holes. But for a park-style course, you can really air it out, so you can get kind of warmed up and throw different shots and stuff, and admire some of the local urban wildlife, I guess you could say, with it being in a park course. Yeah, round 3 going in, it was like the hottest of the day. I think they were projecting like 82 degrees. It was definitely at least 90 degrees at some point. For me personally, I didn't really feel it at first, but once we started playing the round, I was definitely feeling all the shots I had thrown over the weekend. Cleared the OB on one again, which felt great because that's, like I said, that's kind of like my litmus test of how well I'm going to throw that day at the course. And then from there, it just went so far downhill. I got the birdie on one, but then like this course for the tournament changes every year in some way, shape, or form. Like some small, subtle changes, like they raise this basket or they move the OB line out or in on this hole or whatever. Hole 2 has changed the most over the past 3 years. It kind of plays towards like the practice basket area. They have 2 practice baskets for putting. And last year they used like practice basket A. This year they moved to practice basket B. The tee shot is pretty technical. You can throw like a hyzer forehand or a turnover backhand over this OB left side after kind of like a low ceiling under a tree shot. Or you can go over inbounds the entire way on the right side of the fairway and then kind of fade towards this mouth that goes up towards the basket. It's a par 4. But I think this year, personally, I think it's in the worst configuration. You basically have to land in maybe a 10-foot circle, 320 feet away from the tee pad or so, or else birdie is just simply not in play. The first 2 rounds, I thought I had good drives. I was about 10 feet too long. My second shot was literally like an Anheuser putt that went 30 feet. Even though I was in the wide open, I had to like basically pitch out. The third round, I was more left and cut off, and I basically figured that the only way I'm going to be able to cash is if I throw at least an even par round. So I was trying to be a little bit more aggressive, don't do any layups. I tried to get a little too aggressive on hole 2 and try to go in over this little OB like rough patch and went OB twice, actually. Tried to go through it once. It like clipped a twig, came straight down, never crossed in bounds. Tried it again, a little bit closer to the OB line, and basically my disc hit the ground and like cut rolled out OB. So I started the tournament off going birdie and then quadruple bogey. So I'm already 3 over. I'm only averaging 2 or 3 birdies around as it is. So I'm like, at best, maybe I'll get back to 1 over even. I just like struggled so hard from there. My putting all weekend was super good, but my tee shots and some of my approaches either was softing them or throwing shots too low for whatever reason. But basically threw away my tournament in the 3rd round. I did still get my 2 birdies, but had another incident. Hole 11 is a like par 5. I don't know if it's like 1,000 feet or whatever it is. OB rock wall, most of the entire left side. Giant field to the right of that is also flagged OB. I think at the widest, the fairway is like 80 feet, and then halfway down, it necks down to maybe 50. One of my shots skips off the ground towards the rock wall, and I never seen it like roll back off it. So I'm thinking I got over the rock wall or I was stuck in it. Get up there, I'm literally stuck. I'm on a rock that is next to the rock wall, but it's not contributing to the verticalness of the wall, if you can picture that. Like, where does the rock wall start and where is it just a random rock next to a rock wall? So it's another instance where, like, at the time, like, the car didn't know how to call it. They don't want to call me out of bounds, but, like, I am in a rock. So basically, I do the best I can. And the provisional didn't really matter because the spot that I was throwing from was the same regardless. It was just whether or not the OB stroke comes into play. So I took a picture, and at the end of the round, before everyone submitted their score, I was like, might as well ask the TD, like, what is the OB line in this situation? Because he can't say whether I am OB or not, but the picture should be used for clarification on what is the OB line here. And apparently I wasn't the only one that came into this situation. And I don't know if he drew a picture on the spot or if he just flipped his notepad because he already drew one earlier, but kind of like referenced that, like, you know, it's up to the group, but if there's a bump out in this rock and it like the wall had crumbled or whatever, then, you know, I wouldn't say you're out of bounds. So what was originally an 11 over round, which I think was the worst score of the division, it turned into a 10 over. So I did not go OB for still, I believe, the worst round in the division for a 900 rated round that still had me average just below my rating for the weekend. But I really don't like seeing questionable OB lines at an A tier, especially one that's got a lot of prestige to it.
Let that be a warning for any other TD who's running any tournaments with out of bounds lines. The more obvious they are, the better it is. And if they're not obvious, it leads to really frustrating outcomes and frustrating rest of the rounds for the players. Like, that is, I feel like, the biggest thing in the world for TDs to have figured out is just something as simple as marking the out of bounds line. It's something that is very often overlooked and takes the tournament, honestly, like to another level. Just having something as simple as that. You're not going to get a lot of thanks about it because people won't notice it necessarily, but holy crap, does it make the biggest difference in the world.
Yeah, and for me, I was already, I don't want to say that I was checked out in the sense that I was not still trying to play my best golf, but mentally or emotionally, I was checked out. Like, okay, cool, I'm OB again. Like, whatever. It wasn't like that big of a deal. But on this particular hole, they already lined the entire right side of the fairway with white flags. The green is an island that has white flags, and they even spray painted the gaps in the walls with white paint to continue the established line. So in my opinion, they should have just took that white line and just did the entire left side of the rock wall or something. It's one thing if it was like a brick wall that was perfectly straight and there was no gaps and, you know, etc. But crumbling northeastern rock walls are just like the worst OB line. Like making a tree of Mando that's got multiple trunks and then putting the Mando somewhere in the middle of it. It's just like, how am I supposed to play this?
What about your round, Jaimen?
My round went very similar to the day before. Really missed one very easy birdie putt to start the round off. I was playing with Justin Muccelli. He had a super good round, which was nice to watch. He eagled hole one with an obviously excellent drive, but then also 45-ish foot eagle putt. So that was really cool to see. Hole 4 got to me, and I think that when that happened, I was just kind of like fed up a little bit. Hole 4 is a hole that it goes downhill a lot. Like, you can't see the basket at all. Probably talking, I don't know, you say like 15 feet of elevation loss on that hole, Corey?
Probably more than that. It's probably at least, no, I'd probably say 30 feet. And it's a dogleg right.
Yeah, it's way down there. and there's an OB line at the end of it about circle's edge. So if you go out of bounds, you're 30 feet away and it's an elevated basket, so it's super hard. And like day one, I went out of bounds because I threw it a little too high. Day two, I bogeyed it because I suck at putting, and then day three, I was out of bounds by at best a centimeter. It was very annoying. And so at that point, I was already kind of like, all right, I'm freaking done with this. But I was able to get a couple birdies here and there and kind of keep stuff around until I got to hole 11, the one that Corey was talking about. I didn't have any problems with the lack of markings, but I went out of bounds a couple times and didn't play super well in between going out of bounds. So I took a triple bogey on that. And at that point, I was like, all right, let's just get done. One interesting thing about the course is that like the back nine, the birdies I would say are significantly harder across the board on the back nine. There's definitely a couple that you feel like you should get, but the other 7 are ones that like you feel lucky if you get them at all. So once you're done with the front 9, you kind of almost feel like you're done with the tournament. You're just trying to hold on to your ass through some pretty difficult golf. So I was not feeling great taking a triple bogey on 11 and realizing that I'm basically out of birdie opportunities, but pushed through, got like one more birdie, kept it at 1 over for the day, and was able to stay in the cash line, which was kind of all I was looking to do this weekend. But a lot of practice putting I need to do. And actually, Alex was part of this timeline too, because right after hole 11, after I took a triple bogey on it, I texted him. I said, I'm dropping out of the fucking tournament we're playing next weekend. I was frustrated from playing a bunch of blind golf, even though it's the same course every day. Like the first 2 days on that hole, I had 2 easy drives. And then on the third day, one of my shots went out of bounds and it just kind of threw everything into disarray. So it was like playing the hole completely blind again. It was like, changing everything around for me. So, and next weekend we were going to go out and play a tournament where one of the courses was a course I played in 2019, but it's changed completely. And the other one I play like once every 2 years. So it was like, that was my deciding factor, that I was done playing blind golf for a little bit, but it was fun. A lot of great cards. I got to play with Corey and Justin throughout the weekend. It's always a blast. Got to hang out and watch Worlds. It was overall a really good weekend. I just wish, as always, I played a little bit better on the golf side of things.
Both of you and Justin made cash, like you had mentioned.
Yeah. So this is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen in an A tier. Justin beat me by, I think, 8 strokes because he just had such a good last round. But he's only 1 place better than me. So he shot significantly better than me, and I think got like $20 more than me.
Yeah.
That is
26.
Weird. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I think it's a function of there's just not that many players. Pretty small for an A tier, pro side at least.
And there was a 4-player playoff for first.
Oh yeah, most of us had gone since then. I think Justin was still there, but it was. Well, you're looking at it, Jason. You're going to be able to know the names better than I will.
No, I'm not looking at it. I just remember seeing a Facebook post.
Kyle Moriarty, Dylan Cappuccioli, Wyatt Mahoney, and Miles Sayer.
And we didn't see their drives, but 3 of them got birdies and lost because Miles Sayer carded the eagle for the win.
Oh, wow. So it only went 1 hole?
1 hole.
Wow.
Because I saw the scores and it was neg 1, neg 1, neg 1, neg 2. I'm like, oh, he must have just got the only birdie on hole 2, but he got the eagle. That's pretty impressive.
Kyle Hirsch beat Corey, but did not
won the
make
rounds.
cash. Overall. Really, isn't that all that matters? If you beat you 1 of the rounds, if that made a difference for the overall?
Depends on which one you ask, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So anything else on the 21st annual Greater Hartford Disc Golf Open? You going for year 4, Corey, you think?
I'll be there. Yeah. I had a bad third round, but historically, it's probably because of the OB and how big of blow-ups people can have. At the very least, you could farm rating points out there by just not getting in trouble. And I like the course. I mean, it definitely stretches my distance, stretches requirements for what my distance can provide. I think the guys that are throwing like easy 400, 450 hyzers are really excelling at that kind of course. It really kind of takes some of the trouble out of the way, but it's less than 2 hours to get there. Connecticut's kind of an interesting place, and yeah, I'll be there.
What about you, Jaimen? Do you think you'll do a year 2?
Yeah, I feel like I owe that course some attention. I think that I could play a lot better out there. The only reason I've never played the tournament is because It jumps around a lot as far as A tiers are concerned. I feel like it's always a different weekend.
It has been, yeah.
So that's always tough. It's not one that like slots into the schedule super easy because I just like literally don't know when it is.
I think it has to do with something about like the Nantucket Open or something else. Like they try to do it around that to get more pros. I forget the story, but usually they're trying to schedule it around some other event to try to get, like last year, like Colton Montgomery was there, I think, and the previous year, I don't know who was there, but there's usually at least a couple bigger names there.
Wasn't that the tournament, Randy? Didn't you play that last week or something? Or no, Nantucket?
Well, that's Cape Cod.
Oh,
Yeah,
isn't it all the same though? Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. All right. So the other event this past weekend, we had the 2025 ElectriCity Classic. We were supposed to have Andrew Chamberlain on, but Evan didn't tell him when we recorded. So
Listen, he messaged me today and asked if he could come on the pod. So I assumed that he remembered that we recorded on Monday, and then messaged me at 7:30 and said, "Hey, what day do you guys record again?" I was like, tonight, bro.
he said the same thing. He said, "What night do you guys record this week?" I guess I should have asked Evan that, and I was like, "Right now."
I just assumed he knew it was tonight when he messaged me this morning. But
So the Discat presents the 2025 ElectriCity Classic. Tournament director Kay Klein in Clifton Park, New York. 68 players. Could have been 69. Thanks, Alex, for not making that phone call. MA3 Mixed Amateur 3 was won by, surprise, surprise, Andrew Chamberlain. Now we know why he wanted to come on. By 5 strokes over Lenny, right? That's what you guys call him?
Lenny.
Yeah,
Andrew getting his first win, which is why he wanted to come on.
Yeah, that's cool. MA2 Mixed Amateur 2, Lucas Kotleski won that by 1 stroke over Peter Fitzsisti and Max Schutzman. The MA60 division, John Rose shot a -13, beat Pete Cornish by 2 strokes. Kay Klein won the MA50 division by 6 strokes over Nassau Mike Warner. Well, I like Mike Warner wouldn't be playing MA50, but you know. So how was MA40, Evan?
It was great. The weather was beautiful. There were 7 of us in the division, which meant cards of 4 and 3. I ended up on a card of 3 with correspondent Joe Karen and T-Hud Terry Hudson. We started on hole 9. I felt like I just had a pretty steady round. Did bogey 10, got my only birdie of the round on 12, which 12 blew. Not necessarily what I would consider an easy birdie, but I just threw a great hyzer flip that got close enough to make a putt. Joe Karen was kind of struggling off the tee early, but he was making putts, making long putts. But between holes 12 and 15, he was racking up some bogeys, double and a triple even. But then he kind of figured it out, and since his putt was still working, he came on strong at the end. And Terry, unfortunately, just was having an off day. His putt wasn't working, and he was getting in some trouble. So after that first round, Joe was +5, I was +6, and Terry was +11. But looking at the other scores, we figured out that that was going to be the same card because all 4 people on the other card had beaten us. So after lunch, we went back out, same group. We started on 10 this time. Again, I had a pretty steady round. I was kind of proud of myself for playing smart. Took pars when they were obvious and, felt like the smart choice versus, risking it and taking a bogey or worse. Second round, hole 14 beat me up a little. I took a double there. I did birdie 18 with a really nice drive with my wave. That felt good. And a birdie again on 7, which also felt good because that's a pretty decent shot from the blue tee. I improved 2 strokes from the first round. So +4 round 2 for a +10 overall. That put me into 5th place. I beat Terry by 2 strokes, and I was 2 strokes behind Ryan Yadow. Joe Karen had a great second round. I mean, I should say Terry had an awesome second round. He shot +1 with 4 birdies, but it wasn't enough to overcome the hole that he dug in the first round. Joe Karen shot +2 and jumped up into solo 3rd behind James Black in 2nd, and Jared Secor took down MA40 with a +1. So just had a good time. Love playing there, and it was a great day.
You mentioned Joe Karen. I actually spoke with Joe earlier this week. Let's hear what he had to say.
Played in the Discap presents the 2025 ElectriCity Classic yesterday at Central Park, Schenectady. Had a tough start in the first round with a +7 halfway through. It was a struggle to want to keep playing, and definitely did not have my head in the right place at that point. The only thing keeping me going was my putting. I was able to chip away and finish that round at +5. Cleared my head at lunchtime and was able to come into the second round feeling more optimistic. It was night and day from the first round and played significantly better. I was able to work myself up from 5th place after the first to finishing 3rd place. Quite a few lessons learned and happy I stuck it out. Shot above my rating at least. Big shout out to the Hooligan Discs dime putter. Easily the best putting stats in a tournament I've had, hitting multiple outside of C1 putts cleanly, as well as the 100% C1 stat. I almost aced hole 17 in the first round with my hooligan flip, hitting dead center band, and the vibe gave me a few park jobs.
Sounded just like Joe.
I thought it was a little nasally, but maybe he's
It
got a
was.
cold. I'm not sure.
And I think I did pretty well describing based on what he had to add there.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I would point out, because I do like looking at the stats tab at the end of the tournament, and I did lead the division in pars. I had 24 pars for 36 holes. So again, it just felt like I was playing smart and kind of steady. Scoring more obviously is going to help, but avoiding trouble was nice. And the other thing is, I played my first round ever with a cart. I finally bit the bullet. I got a cart. I bought one of the Bag Boy 4-wheel carts where you hang your bag on it. And I don't know why I waited so long. It was awesome not having to pick it up and put it down all around. I'm not going to use it all the time. I didn't bring it to Dubs tonight, but for a 2-round tournament, it was really awesome.
I would imagine Central Park is a little more cart friendly than Prospect, no?
Yeah, I'd say so. The trouble spots at Central, crossing the creek on 5. First round, I tried just kind of sliding across the metal rails there, but the wheels got a little stuck in the mud. Mons told me he puts his up on one wheel and kind of like wheelies it across, which I did second round. That worked. And then going down 11's not too bad because from the blue tee, it's a much more gentle path. And then going up 12, it's steep, but nothing you can't handle. The cart I got, again, was really, really great. Easy to use, lightweight. Totally recommend it. Just further cementing my status as an old guy.
No, it's... Well, Jaimen or Corey, do you guys use carts in this tournament this past weekend?
I don't. I have a cart, but it has to be the absolute perfect conditions for me to bring it anywhere. I haven't brought it anywhere in a couple of years.
I was going to ask when the last time you used it was.
Warwick would be a place I would look at using it. But yeah, I just keep everything in my bag, and for simplicity's sake, I don't really switch in and out of it enough. That's not something I look at too much for tournament prep. I probably could. It wouldn't hurt. It's just the last thing on my mind usually.
That was a big draw for me with this cart, is the ability to just literally hang my tournament bag on it, take it off if I don't want to use the cart, not have to switch discs back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely. When you mentioned that, I was like, oh, I might actually use that.
Yeah, I just put a picture of it in the group chat if you're curious. It's the same one Brian Monahan and Ryan Yadow have, which helped sell me on buying it.
How does that fit in your car, though?
It folds down, honestly, remarkably small.
You're talking about the car or the bag?
Yeah. No, the car turns into a robot.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, Corey, do you have a cart?
I imagine if he's there.
Oh, he did say BRB, sorry.
But he's probably built one with an engine, so he can just press a button and it'll go. He doesn't know where it'll go, but it'll go. What about Randy or Jason with the kids? Nothing? No carts?
I opt for a satchel bag a lot of the times when I'm downsizing or trying to be convenient, I guess.
Like a nut sack?
I used to have one.
Then you got married?
Cat took it away. Sorry.
No, it's...
But no, I did used to have a nut sack. It was a great bag, but it didn't really have zipper pockets or anything.
And nothing for a drink, right? Unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, nothing for a drink either. It really just held discs. So now I use one of the MVP branded satchel bags.
Same exact thing, Randy. I got a nutsack as my first bag and loved it, but quickly outgrew it. And with no other storage, no drink storage, it's you need something else.
Jason, no cart?
If the course is cart friendly, then that's my first preference now because it seems to just save energy. And
when's the last time you used one in a tournament round? Do you remember?
Warwick, yeah.
Okay.
Recently.
Well, so like Jaimen said, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think before that I did the Greek Peak tournament with it too. So I wouldn't put it at J Park or somewhere that's really rocky. I use my bag. But after seeing Randy's little satchel bag or whatever he has, I think I might do one of those because I probably only need a few discs sometimes when I'm playing with the kids and stuff. And that would save a lot of energy or leave more room for drinks and snacks for them.
Corey, cart, no cart?
I have one. I don't know. The setup on it is kind of weird. It doesn't really fit.
Did you build it?
No. This is one. It's an actual Zuka cart, but it doesn't fit well in trunks. So I'm putting it in the back seat of cars, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. I would rather have one of the smaller ones. I don't know the model. It's the one that Brian Bickersmith has one. It's a 1 row of disc style cart, so it's a little bit smaller. I'd use that more often if I had it.
What about you, Alex?
Way back when I had one cart, but I didn't end up liking it that much. Really what I needed to do was get a cart that has a flip down top that I can use as a chair. Because that's what I'm always always jealous of every time I see somebody using the cart. But yeah, I was with Randy for the longest time. I just used a shoulder bag, even for like tournament play, where I just didn't need a cart. I was playing with like 8 discs and, doing reasonably well.
Oh, that's cool. Like you said, Jared Secor won the MA40 division. That's who I would have put my money on. He's pretty good at that disc golf thing. MA1, looks like Bobby Don't Call Me Robert Hallam won that with a -6. Beat Tyler the Cannon Gannon by 3 strokes. Evan, that reminds me. These scores are like all over the map. What was the layout? And was it mixed for divisions?
Yeah, some divisions played whites. MA3 plays whites. I played blues. MA2 was blues. MA60 and MA50 played whites. And I kind of knew that already because I remember earlier this year, or maybe even last year, talking to Kenji, he pointed out when he went to MA50 that it was back to white tees.
I'm sorry, Jaimen posted a picture of what I imagined Corey's cart would look like.
I had to run upstairs and grab my phone because this is the cart that one of the guys Jay Gorsage played with on Friday was using. It was freaking wild.
Dude, it's made of crutches.
Yep.
Crutches with
it's amazing.
A tire between them. There's a stool.
This is like outside of the game Fallout.
It's made out of crutches. The middle part is like one of those post office boxes that's spray painted.
It's got Crocs.
It's 2 children's Crocs full of foam.
Yep. The blue tape is the handle of it, so he picks it up and pushes it like it's a wheelbarrow.
Mm.
I was wondering how he moved it.
Wait, what's in the post office thing? Because there's a bag attached to the back of it.
That's all his like throwing discs, and they're wrapped in like 2 different towels. It's wild in there. You can see like these little tiny yellow bumps kind of like above that orange strap on the thing. That's like a duck pond that he made out of epoxy or something. There's like a piece of plexiglass on it. I felt bad. The guy's like teeing off and I'm like taking a picture of his bag, but I was like, I got to get this one.
When I first saw it, I just thought it was some kind of goof, but the fact that somebody actually uses it is fucking amazing. I don't know. That's all.
Absolutely straight face and one of those mustaches where you twist the ends of it, as is insinuated by the cart.
Yeah. It's got Crocs and crutches. Come on. And they're not just ornamental. They both serve a purpose. That's what's great about it.
It probably cost less than mine.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. Well, it probably crossed a broken leg or something at one point in his life. I'm sorry, Evan, you were saying? I didn't mean to.
To answer your question, Pat, the white tees were used by MA50, MA60, and MA3.
So there wasn't like a mix. It was not like one round you do whites, the next round you do blues. It was you're either doing whites or you're doing blues.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving over to the pro divisions, I got MP60 was won by Greg Kurtz, shot a +5. Tim Giardini won the MP50 division, tied with Joe Driscolka, and I don't see a tiebreaker, but Tim Giardini won the tiebreaker. Christy Petit won the FP40 division. FTO was won by Megan Mercier, and Jack Fruchter beat 2024 Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast Player of the Year, Tucker Kozlowski, and Alden Slack by 8 strokes at a -12. I will say, Alex, it was like 7:30, and I was really thinking about it, signing up myself. So
I legitimately would have signed up if it wasn't 8:20. I realized I could not be that guy,
that's fair, yeah.
No, if anybody could be that guy, I think you could get away with it.
Well, but I
No,
see his
then
point
I'd
too.
never be able to complain about it again.
Well, that's
that's a
also
good point,
true.
too.
Yeah, you're right. You'd lose that privilege, but, In the MA60 division, Mark Ungerman aced hole 1 in the first round, and I heard anecdotally that he did not pay into the ace pot. So, friendly reminder, pay into your ace pots, kids.
On the white layout?
Yeah, MA60, 1 white.
Yeah, you got it especially in the whites. All right, so that is the Discap presents the 2025 ElectriCity Classic. I know it's too late to mention, but the next to last flex closes on Wednesday, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It kind of looks like it's full. I was going through it yesterday. There is a couple spots that show like you could turn it into a 5-some, but I think at least for all the time slots, there is 4 people per card.
Yeah, the 2 o'clock slot shows 4 out of 5 people signed up, and registration closes on the 6th.
It's at Prospect, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure a 5-some at Prospect will not really move any slower than a 4-some at Prospect, but
No, tonight at Dubs, I was on a 6-man card, and I don't think we took crazy long.
All right. Jason, you got a rules question?
Sure. Okay, so this is the 2026 Mind Kill Disc Golf M championship.
Oh, I got to weigh in on this one. All right, here we go.
All right, so Randy and Kat are teaching it like they have been. And Randy's feeling pretty confident because he's been running this event pretty successfully for the last couple of years. So he's going to change some stuff up. For the AM side, he's thinking hole 6, he's going to make all that tall grass as a hazard instead of OB. If you don't know what hole 6 in Micah looks like, the entire fairway is surrounded by out of bounds, which is tall grass. He's pretty set on this, and he changes the course notes to make it a hazard. But he doesn't tell his wife, Kat. So she makes the signs and does other stuff and keeps it as OB. There's a card with, say, Corey Clean and Alex Pans. Corey's with a K, of course. They're playing AM1. They're playing from the long tee on hole 6. And they weren't paying attention. They weren't at the players' meeting. So they take their tee shots, and let's use Corey as an example. Corey throws his pretty far right, and it crosses the tall grass and ends up in the tall grass. They get down there, they check the course notes, and they see it's a hazard, but then they also find some other conflicting information that it's a OB. So they decide they need to play a provisional. So Corey's first provisional shot is played as a hazard. So he's in the tall grass with a penalty. He throws his hazard shot, crosses back in bounds, and let's say it's a forehand. He messes it up again, and it cuts back into the hazard again. So he goes, all right. So he goes to his second provisional shot, which would be the OB play, which he takes his meter from where it crossed. He throws that shot, and it's in bounds, and it also goes into the tall grass in a different spot. So he's got 2 provisionals in the tall grass. They're not sure if either one is hazard or OB. How many shots does he have to take on his next stroke?
Oh my God. 2 to the n degree. So looks like I'm throwing 4 shots now. 2 more provisionals from each spot.
Is Corey saying 4?
That's what I'm getting. I feel like I'm missing something, but
Assuming it's all provisional, that's just one throw because you keep assuming it's provisional grass. But then the second one, you have to play it as if it's a hazard and OB. So it's 3 shots now.
Oh, wait. I kind of like that answer better.
I mean, I made the rule up, so.
No, yeah. If you're playing it provisionally based on if it's OB or hazard. So the one that I threw from OB, I would treat that as OB again. I wouldn't have to keep throwing provisionals. So maybe, actually, I don't like your answer anymore. I guess I'd only throw
Just
2.
2?
I think at some point he has to consider Venmoing Randy more money for another registration because it feels like he's playing more than one.
Yeah, he is getting a better
Tournament?
experience than everyone else.
You know, I think that's probably my answer.
I think at this point he should use the feature in PDGA Live where you can just click on the TD's phone number and call them.
I thought you were going to press the drop out button.
Big brain move.
I learned about that feature this weekend because somebody stepped in a bee's nest, but that is there under the TD's name in the drop-down menu on the top right. As long as TD provided their phone number and they provided a useful one, you can just call them from it.
The bee's nest question was 2 weeks ago.
If it was poison ivy, that's totally different. But bees,
For Stephen Durning, it was Friday.
So
Okay.
fauna, not flora.
So the answer, so you guys worked into it because we were talking about this at J-Dubs. How many provisionals could you have? And I was saying, oh, you're going to have to like play it different ways. But the fact is, there's really only 2 situations. One is where the tall grass is a hazard and one where it's OB. So even though like there's a whole logic tree of different things that can happen, there's really only 2 ways in that scenario that you'd play it. So this can be confusing to go. But like if you throw the first one, you're throwing like 2A and 2B. So from 2A, you would have, let's say A is your hazard shot. One would be as a hazard, one would be out of bounds. You wouldn't play the out of bounds one because then you would be going with 2B to start. So that one kind of doesn't happen and the inverse happens on the other way. I know it's extremely confusing. But yeah, answer is there would be 2 provisional shots still. And even if he continues to throw him in the hazard and he's to the end power of 5, you'd still only have 2 scenarios that he's playing through.
When do you stop someone from creating new timelines in this scenario? Like if they're confident that they should be doing another provisional, when do you stop them? Like, because basically if you keep getting provisional, you just get to keep throwing and then figure it out later. I don't know. I'm just imagining the worst, I guess.
Well, he'd only be playing 2 discs for the rest of the round. Even if he keeps throwing both of them in the hazard, one of them he's going to continue playing as though the rule is out of bounds, and the other one is as though the rule is a hazard. And it's kind of like Schrodinger's cat. Like it's either dead or alive, but the whole way it doesn't go dead, alive, dead, alive. It's either dead the whole way or it's alive the whole way.
You never decide the OB or hazard until, Is there a scenario where provisionals start to compound?
I was thinking of adding that into the question. So we could change this and say hole 4 at Minekill, and Randy makes the pollinator garden a hazard, and they're not sure if it was the pollinator garden or the tall grass or the grass past it. And in a scenario like that, Corey could throw into one area. They're not sure if that's a hazard OB. And then from there, he throws into a different area that they're not sure is a hazard OB. And in theory, you could be throwing in just like 3 drives. I think you could be having 8 different possibilities.
Yeah. So if it's a hole that has OB and hazard and they're not sure and those sections are not contiguous.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, he's going to run out of disc. So then he gets like 30 seconds to get his disc back. But
we should do a whole tournament just with like every hole has these possibilities and you're only allowed to bring 1 disc.
Yeah. Then you have to throw it, go grab it, mark it, go back.
Say provisional.
Yeah, provisional, all in 30 seconds. But yeah, we were kind of kidding at J-Dubs about compounding provisionals. And so I thought I'd do a question on it. And then as I was thinking through it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I would play it.
Nice. Anything else, Jason?
No, I mean, by the time this airs, actually it'll be Thursday. I don't know if the Forever Young tournament will still be open, but registration's still over for that. It's for a good cause.
What's the Forever Young tournament?
It's Bring Your Own Partner doubles at Heiser Creek, run by Pete Lundstedt. He's been doing it a few years. I'm not sure how many years so far, but he raises a ton of funds. He has these enormous raffles with like record amount of prizes, and he drums up a lot of raffle money and gives it all back to disc golf and different courses. So worth supporting.
Yep. They ended up effectively buying about half the baskets for OKDGC through that. So yeah, really appreciate them.
Nice. Any word on when you and Corey are playing your match for the summer battle royale?
Now that he's off his like winning streak, he's back to normal. I think we can schedule it.
I don't know, Jaimen. Jaimen. That's the person. I don't know, Jason. I did throw 995 at a 970 round before that 900 round I finished off with.
Right, so
I'm on the downslope.
I'm ready for you. Yeah. Actually, this week's not good for me because I have I'm traveling for work on Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to Utica, so.
Oh shit!
Oh. There's no Utica courses on the thing, is
there?
there?
No dams in Utica?
Corey, go to Utica with him.
Ooh. We could go play Griffiths.
Is there any courses out there I should check out?
Oh, wait, are you actually staying in Utica?
Yeah.
Where are you staying at in Utica?
Somewhere in Utica. The Doubletree or something.
Oh, you're staying actually in the Hotel Utica? It's like the Doubletree at Hilton now or some shit?
I think so.
That's like a historic building, yeah. You'll be right in downtown.
The way you phrased that made it seem like that was the singular hotel that is in Utica.
I mean, it was literally called the Hotel Utica for...
Nice.
Griffiths Park in Rome is probably 15 minutes down the highway. I wouldn't go to the 9-hole that's in Utica unless you're really just trying to just check it out. It'll take like 30 minutes to play it. It's like a putter course designed by Avery Jenkins, and I think they overpaid the fuck out of it after looking how much money they spent on that thing.
Does it have those disc golf park baskets?
Yeah, it does. But I would definitely go check out Griffiths Park if you wanted to. And if you go down, the Griffiths Park is like an old Air Force base. There's a big B-52 like on display out there. It's pretty cool. Actually, the tornadoes that had come through the area last year or a few years ago actually moved the plane off its stands, or it's on the ground, but it actually moved the plane. So after all these years, the plane can still fly.
Takes a tornado. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe are you playing this weekend?
Nah, I'll be around anytime, any place, as long as that place is at J Park and it's on J West or J South.
Maybe Friday.
I will be around all day Friday. I will be free all day Friday.
Did we want to try and coordinate and get the foursome going?
Who are you playing?
I'm playing against Travis for sure.
I'm not against it. Yeah, we can try to figure it out.
I haven't even brought it up to him, so yeah, we can figure out something. But yeah, no worries either way.
Yeah, so I think Friday be my best bet. Saturday I have Heidi's birthday party, and Sunday is the doubles tournament.
All right, we'll try.
When's our deadline?
Today.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys might be the 4th. I checked my message; it's the 11th, so we'd have to get ours done pretty soon either way. But it's not like you guys can do anything. Like once you guys is done, you can't do anything until we're done anyway. So
right, but if you guys are there, then we can just roll into the next bracket.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a lot to ask on a Friday afternoon, but that could happen.
Bring your glow disc. It's only 9 holes.
Travis will be in for that.
Yeah, it's only 9 holes.
Yeah, it's 9 holes. Come on, it'd be quick.
Somebody trying to get me in trouble.
I've got nothing else though.
I will tell you before you leave. Earlier While we were recording, I was getting a lot of dings from Facebook Messenger. Part of that was Andrew Chamberlain realizing that we're in fact recording right now. Also, Eric, he didn't realize that he was also invited to come on tonight, so that was a whole mess. And I did have a guest who was flying in directly from Finland from the championships to possibly come on, but they won't be getting...
birth? Damn.
No, probably that 15-year-old girl that laid up.
Oh, Ida?
Yeah, they were expecting to get home at 9, but they're not going to get home until after 9:30, so maybe next week.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
I don't think you do.
Is it former co-host?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, shit. Nah, I don't know about it either.
Mm-hmm. He or she may or may not be on next week.
Yes. I had this fainting feeling of like buying a bottle of bourbon for next week's episode or something.
I said that because I saw his Instagram post in Finland. I was like, oh, that's pretty sick to be able to play that course.
His or her Instagram
Or
post.
her. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I mentioned, I did email Johnny V because I still can't put custom events in Skip Ace for some reason. But we got some time before Syracuse and Wilcox.
All right. Also, you and Jordan Caslin won SPW Dubs League. Shot -11. How was that? Good? Good time?
Oh, yeah. Weather was fantastic. And Jordan played really well and we worked together to take it down.
Can you hang while Corey tells us about Dubs Points Championship Week 20?
Sure.
Corey, what about Dubs Points Championship Week 20?
So week 20, we had, I thought it was actually like somewhat record numbers, at least for recently, as Women's League, they canceled. So a few of them showed up to Dubs, and we had 17 people show up to play the J East layout. Harry brought his nephew, which was cool. They actually took last cash in third place. The randomizer decided to put Brian Bickersmith and one half of Camel Cave's Corey Brian Monahan together. I played on their card, so there was a lot of like Brian talk, which sounds boring. Yeah. And Jason the Sasso got paired up with Caitlin Clay. I don't know who did more work, especially on the putting green, but they basically smoked the competition and threw an 11 down for the win.
I could speculate on who I think did more work, but I'll be polite, Jason.
Danny Parton got the CTP, and Harry's nephew took the free disc CTP.
Nice.
Still trying to push for 5:30 tee times as late as possible. I would imagine that sometime there's only 8 weeks left in the season, 7 by the time this comes out, but I would imagine that before we get to the end, we'll probably switch to 5:15 or 5 o'clock, depending on how it goes. But season's going good this year, and the Ace Pod is now officially over $350. So hopefully someone hits it so I don't got to think about what to do with the money.
And what's the layout for 2 days ago?
We played J South, which means the following week for week 22, we'll play North for the last time.
Where's Jason? Is he in the points chase at all?
That's actually, as I was putting scores in, that was a good question because you got 17 there. Right now, the top 5 is Brendan Sisk with 216. He's got 20 rounds. I'm in second at 203 with 1 round less than him. Justin is 2 rounds behind me, but is tied at 203. Jason's got 18 rounds at 188 points. And then Danny Parton's in 5th with 174, also with 18 rounds.
And it's your top 20?
That's kind of a sliding scale based on like how many people showed up for more than like 10 rounds or so. And then I'll use a chart. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't pay out as deep as if, say, like only 7 regulars were showing up and everyone else only had like 2 or 3 rounds. But
Okay.
Have you won it before, Corey? The league?
I've won it once. Yep. After me was Brian. And then I think Justin has won it, at least 2 years in a row. I really don't want to give him the trophy again. I'm not saying I'm going to come up with any anti-Justin rules or tariffs, but there might be some underlying sanctions I might be putting into play. I might have that randomized group one more time if I see something.
There's now a A+ group.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for sticking around, Jason.
Yeah, anytime. Good talking to you guys. I will listen to this on Thursday, and I'll see some of you this weekend.
Awesome. What's this weekend? Is that the Forever Young doubles?
Yeah, it's on Sunday, which I think this might be like the first doubles tournament at Heiser. Anybody know of any others?
Not that I can think of.
I'm predicting some pretty hot scores.
It's one round, though,
someone's
right?
going to shoot 18 down for sure.
It's gonna be Tyler and Randy. I'd say 15, 16 down is going to win it. It's 1 round?
It better be 2.
Is it 1 or 2?
For some reason, I think it's only 1.
1 round.
Wow.
I got a lot more day left then.
Yeah, same.
He's going to spend half the day raffling stuff off. You watch. Tell me we got to get there.
Is that who did the raffles for the Greenville tournament last year?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
Registration 9, players meeting 10.
Now I want to play again.
He raised I forget the exact number, but it was several $100s for Greenville just raffling stuff off.
Bro brought like 40 prizes for 25 people.
And he's got more for this event, I think. So it's worth showing up. There's only 48 players signed up right now, so there's still room.
I think Aaron Holpe is looking for a partner if anybody's trying to play.
Jeff Wachowski was too.
Well, hook them up.
I don't see a start time.
I'm assuming players meeting flows right into starting. So
Do you see that?
There's
Yeah,
a
10
flyer on the DGS page.
Oh,
probably
right there.
tee by like
Yeah.
10:15ish.
Okay, cool. That means I can take my time getting there too. Yeah, so I'm thinking, all right, so one round, I'm going to say if the weather's good, 15 down wins it. Over under?
Yeah, anybody going over? Anybody going under?
18 down wins it.
Yeah, I'm going over 15 for sure. With the eagle opportunities and stuff, I think that an extra shot opens some stuff up.
I was going to say the top pro could shoot 8 down pretty easily. So if you got 2 pros together, I think you're doing better than.
Anybody going under 15 down?
Nah, I like the over.
I'll predict that for my team.
So will I, but
Ah,
I don't even know who you're playing with, Evan.
yes,
Screw no.
Eric?
correct.
Oh, okay.
Although that reminds me, I should text him and make sure he's still aware of that.
Over under 5?
Over.
Yeah, 5 up. Okay.
Ah. No, but I like Randy's team name.
Thank you.
Which is?
It says my wife's girlfriend's husband.
It's me and Tyler.
It's,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's always going to be Tyler.
I assumed that you assumed that.
What was your team name at the Greg thing?
Green with envies.
Yeah, as much as I hate to admit it, that probably is the winner of the team name.
It's a good name. It's a
Yeah,
very
especially
good name.
knowing the backstory. Yeah.
We were definitely on the clock at work while brainstorming that title. So
What did you log that time under as? Lollygagging?
yeah, you don't have that.
Yeah, you get the best team name and the most paid for your team name. So, you know. All right. Well, thanks, Jason. I don't want to keep you dragging this out.
Yeah, it was good talking to you guys.
Peace.
Thanks a lot.
Later.
So last Monday we had Gunks Monday dubs. Alden Slack and Brian Hauser shot a -9 to win there. Tyler McKinnon and Brian McGarr shot a -10 at Campgo dubs. And Chandler Harvey and John Vermillier shot a -12 to win at Colonial Acres. Evan, you got to separate your mind here. Last week, Prospect Park dubs. Do you remember that at all?
Yes, he said confidently.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was my first time back. Hadn't been in a little bit just because of, life.
Other Monday night commitments.
Other Monday night commitments, which sometimes feel more important.
I always go with disc golf, but it is nice. Just give me a heads up. Hey, I'm going to play dubs. And this goes to anybody. Just let me know. If you have something planned ahead of time, let me know as early as possible. But on the day of, if you get a bug up your ass to play dubs, just say, hey.
Yeah, I've been trying to be better about giving you that heads up.
No, and you've been great. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
Last week, I got to play with Earl, which is always a treat. We were on card with Jay Gorsage and Ryan Kendrick.
Did you ask him if he put a low jack on his Vespa now, or I don't know?
No, I did tell him that I have a Lego Vespa that I built that's the same color of his. So if they hadn't found his, I was going to give him the Lego one. But anyway, Jay and Ryan shot 11 down. Earl and I shot 9 down, but part of that is because we both ran our putts on 18. We were hoping if we could make the birdie that we might tie those guys, but that didn't work out. So we bogeyed on 18, but it was a lot of fun. Great card. Fun to play with those guys. Always love playing with Earl.
So Ryan and Jay ended up winning at -11.
So actually, now that you jog my memory, the weird thing is that there was some issue with getting the card set up, and Dave Chaikin shot Cali and apparently shot 14 down, but his score wasn't on UDisc. So Jay and Ryan were second at 11 down.
If it's not on UDisc, I don't believe it, but that's cool.
Someone else said that word for word, but it wasn't me, so that's fine.
Finishing out Monday, Saratoga Spa Random Dubs, week 17, had a 3-way tie. Levi V and James Salloway shot a -12. So did Matthew Cubitt and Captain America Chris Evans. Michael Fair and Jirapat K also shot -12. Warwick Tuesday dubs, Josh Carrick and Matt Alley shot a -11. Jason Adamski and Chris Schofield shot -12 at Kisco Tuesday dubs to win. And Jackson Quinn and Michael Smith tied Scott Duncan and John JP Don't Call Me Josh Hafner at -9 at Wilcox Tuesday dubs. Wednesday, Port Jervis Disc Golf Spring Summer League was their 2025 finals. Micah Ortez won that at -1. It looks like it's a handicap league. What about Stony Kill, Alex? Did you play last week?
I didn't, and for the life of me, I can't figure out why.
Well, I know you've been teamed up with Travis Bashore the last couple weeks and didn't fare too well, but this week he teamed up with Jacob Johnson and shot a -14 to win.
Jake Johnson has come out of nowhere this year. I don't think I've played with him or done anything with him prior to this season, and he's been absolutely crushing it. So great job to him. And Travis, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. Shen Creek Dubs Week 18, Jeff Wachowski and Joseph Riley won that at -11. Deadbeat Doubles, I think they played the ace place. They had 11 players, no aces, but Gary Mason and Jack Bradley shot their age, -17. Pro League, Corey, you did not play this past week because it was at Central Park, but Justin Michelli won, shot a 52. Well, he won the MPO, and Megan Mercier looks like won the FPO division. That shit, because it's such a generic name, it's such a pain in the ass to find.
Yeah.
Try typing in PDGA Pro League. You got to get them to come up with some kind of creative name for that, Corey, next year.
I will push for it 100%.
I literally had to click on his name to just pull up what he's been playing so I could find it.
That's what I do every time, too.
Call it the Discat Pro League or something, yeah.
No, it needs to be something more sensational.
I mean, he could call it the Fiero Flame Winner Pro League for all I care. Thursday Disc Beat Club, Kevin Kroenke won. Looks like -1, but it's handicapped, so I'm not 100% sure. But if the guy running the league's winning, we need to get rid of that Disc Beat Club. That's just
Fix.
Yeah, there's a fix or something going on. CPS Thursday Dubs, Week 16, Tyler the Cannon Gannon, Christopher Evan Chuck shot a -12. That's like 5 dudes in a cannon. You better win.
And they had Gannon? That seems unfair.
That's what I'm saying. They had Tyler, they had Gannon, they had Christopher, they had Evan, and they had Chuck, and a cannon.
That's overkill.
Exactly.
Cannons typically are. If I learned anything from the Patriot, is that cannons are certainly overkill.
Well, those things will roll down the ground and knock your leg off.
They'll punch right through you and your buddy, and the guy behind him, and the guy behind him. And the guy behind him.
Yeah, cannons are OP.
Yeah.
Nerf them. Friday, Skylands Friday Handicap League, Scott Spellman and John McDuff are your winners there. TGI FDR Dubs, Trevor Lambert and Evan Keogh shot a -12 to win. Cranmore Dubs League was at Crandall, so it lives up to its name. That was Charles Carpenter Jr. III and Cody Canine shot a -13 to win. And Long Island Sunday Doubles, Josh McDonald and Stephen Hoffman shot a -6. And Eric Bowers posted his kid Carson played the FDR Ace Place, broke his previous best record. He shot under 40. He shot a 37, 1 stroke above bogey golf, had his first par and his second par in the same round. And more than half the holes, he only lost to Eric by 1 stroke. But, I'm just saying.
Nice.
So, nice shooting, Carson. Eric. -5 on the Ace Place. Pshaw. What can I steal from the August Discap newsletter? ElectriCity Classic already happened. Discap Flex 5 is on this weekend, right? Is that this Friday?
It's Friday.
Friday.
Okay. Fun in the Sun 2 on Saturday, the women's event. Forever Young, as Jason mentioned, is on Sunday. I don't know what Crayland Park Day in Chatham. Does anybody know what that is?
Yeah, it's like a general community day. The locals show up to the park and see local things that are going on. Jean tends to have a booth there. I know my mom tends to help out with those things.
But that's a different park than Stony Kill?
Correct. Yeah, it's like 2 to 3 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
It's very close. It's like if you think of Main Street as like the divider, it's the other side of Main Street from Stony Kill.
I know Stony Kill basically from the Taconic, that, 500 yards to the parking lot? So.
Yeah, it's less than 10 minutes for sure.
Okay, nice. And that's from 2 to 6, and their volunteers are always welcome. And then Stony Kill Scramble is the 30th and 31st. Any update on that, Alex?
Nothing too crazy. Similar sort of situation. We're starting to fill up on the singles side. Doubles still has a good chunk of spots, but as always, that'll fill up as we get closer. I did want to mention we're doing the monthly on the 23rd. So the Discat monthly at Stony Kill on the 23rd, and it's going to be an afternoon monthly as opposed to the classic 10 o'clock start. Someone is doing like a private event, not strictly private event, but we want to respect what they're doing in the morning. So we're going to run it in the afternoon.
Nice. You said the 23rd?
Correct.
So it's just
It's
it's like a
Saturday
warm up to the scramble.
Exactly.
Heck yeah. I was just going to say, because the next notice on the upcoming events is that the Discap August monthly is to be determined. And it's not until September, but the September monthly is on the 6th, and that is at Dove Creek. It sounds like the course is, if not done, pretty close to being done. Is that like the big official unveiling, or has it been? Didn't they play? They played last year in Team Challenge, didn't they?
No, that was the other creek.
Albatross Creek is the Team Challenge course way up north. Dove Creek has hosted a monthly, but as I understand, it was twice around the 9.
Yeah. As it was described to me, it's a soft open of the full 18.
Okay. And they've still got a month if they've got any other stuff to iron out. So that's cool.
I know that one half of Camel Case Corey Brian Monahan had the day off work today and decided to go play Dove Creek, and he did play the full 18 and sent me a scorecard, so it is open. Let's see. Brian shot 7 down, bogey free. So see if you can beat that at the monthly. Anybody?
Sounds like my type of course. I mean, if Brian Monahan can shoot that, forget about it.
He said the front nine's very scoreable. Back 9 is tough. Elevation change is grueling, not cart friendly. Says it reminds him of the wooded parts of Greenville. So there you go.
That monthly at Dove Creek is the same weekend as New York State's. Where are New York State's? That's at Syracuse, right, Corey? Where you guys played recently?
Yes, did play there recently, but not Syracuse. Well, actually, kind of not that far from Syracuse.
Oh, it was the other one, the one more towards Binghamton, right?
Yeah, Greek Peak, Binghamton area. I mean, Greek Peak is like Cortland, which is kind of close to the Finger Lakes, but yeah, it's basically the Binghamton greater area.
So, Jaimen, this is probably a better question to ask with Jason on, but I'm going to ask it to you just to plant the seed. First of all, what are the A tiers in New York State? You've got Minekill, Warwick, Syracuse, right?
Yep.
What else in New York State?
Rochester Flying Disc Open and Wilcox.
Okay. What about having New York State's just like this year, the Warwick Disc Golf Tournament is New York State's. Next year, Minekill is New York State's. The year after, Rochester is New York State. I'm just throwing it out there. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, the part that would fit nicely with that is we do have an A tier in each of the areas where we do states anyways. Like that's literally the 4 different parts of the state we cycle through. But like Warwick, for instance, has been going forever, and it's only ever 72 people, and it's only like MPO and FPO.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There is Warwick Am, right? But it's in October, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that would probably be the biggest thing. I do think there's like some kind of movement to at some point try to figure out how to make it an A tier every year in its own regard. But I don't know where that is in the process and what that looks like. I mean, Texas does it, right? The Texas States is an A tier every year, I believe, and it's never in the same place twice year to year. So it's possible, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you don't like one year it's Minekill, the next year it's Wilcox, you know what I mean? And then as other tournaments build up, maybe they become an A tier and they could be eligible for that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But your logic is more sound. That makes a lot of sense what you're saying. I think I was talking about that with Greg the other day at his thing, and it was just like, wow, there does seem to be at least one A tier. And I think that's great because 5 years ago there was Warwick, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe a little more than 5 years ago. But yeah, it used to be just one. So the fact that there's that many now that it's even an option is a great thing. So, all right, you guys up for a quiz?
Yep.
All right.
Let's do it.
Looks like we got 5 again. What are we doing this week?
I don't know. You guys want a rematch?
Well, I can get off because I got to wake up early and drive down to Monroe and deal with my stupid fucking dead car. So I should probably get a little bit more sleep tonight anyways. So I can make that a little bit easier.
All right. Did you have anything before you go?
No, I covered everything. I felt like I talked a bunch.
You're not going to get off that easy. What are the teams? You're going to contribute something to
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
good call.
Before you go, was there anything on the New England?
In what regards? Like what you guys talked about on the podcast while I wasn't there? Or?
Yeah, was there anything?
I think you guys covered it pretty well. The idea of this team is to have fun. I think it's a really cool opportunity for people to try New England Team Challenge in a less stressful environment. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a supportive group of people just looking at the people who are interested in it. So the more the merrier on that. And I think that people are going to have a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what happens with it. I'm excited to kind of get the team more finalized and get some like events happening where everybody can kind of get together and play talk about team challenge and that kind of stuff, meet each other and get the ball rolling on it. I think it's going to be a very fun process.
Has it been officially approved by the New England Team Challenge, whatever?
Yep.
I mean, so it's definitely happening. Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, it was on the wait list for a little bit, but it's off the wait list and it's moving. We got everything moving with the assertion, I guess, by the commissioner that there was going to be a spot.
Nice.
Assertion. That's the word I'm looking for. That was an assertion.
I was wondering myself, but you know more than I do, so I just went with it. All right, that's cool. So, I mean, you guys don't even know schedules yet, right? For any teams. So it's too early to talk. Okay.
No schedules. Playing pool doesn't even have a pool yet. The teams haven't been divvied up into pools. So there's a play-in pool itself that's going to have, it looks like 32 teams this year. But then on top of that, each group of 8 teams is going to be like north, east, west, south, its own like play-in pool south will play each other the entire time kind of thing. So we're not even sure what the groupings are going to be for the teams.
Okay.
It looked like they were still finalizing the votes on rule changes from what I observed.
Yeah. I'm glad you're getting kind of a peek into that whole process, because what Bryant is doing is what being a team captain is, which is just cat herding.
Right. Updating okay, guys, I'm still waiting to hear from XYZ.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not obviously eligible to vote, but I'm just kind of, like you said, getting to see a little bit of that behind the scenes stuff is cool.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's exciting stuff.
And hey, thanks again for reaching out and giving me this opportunity, and I appreciate it.
Of course, you're the first person that kind of came to mind.
That's wild. And I'm sure it's because I've been shredding MA40 this year, right?
Well, it's like you embody every single ideal that this team is supposed to be, right? Like this team is about having fun playing disc golf, period. I think that seems to me, at least, as exactly what you're looking to do at every turn.
Those are my two of my top 5 things to do.
And to drive 3 times to Maine is the other thing.
Yeah, well, like you said, we'll see how those regions shake out.
Yeah, it should be the closest, teams to you are the ones that you're going to play. There might be like one outlier here or there, but I doubt even that. So it should be a pretty nice schedule as far as travel.
Yeah, I did see the map of last year's play-in pool and how that was broken up. So, but no, obviously no guarantees. It's not going to be the same for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Yeah. With that, I still haven't looked at teams yet.
Yeah. What's the team's going to be?
All right. I'm going to go in the order that it is on my screen, which is Alex, Randy, and then Corey and Evan.
Fair. All right.
Sound good?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best. I mean, I would have gone Randy, Alex, Evan, Corey, but what are you going to do?
I was really going to spice things up and put Randy and Pat on a team and make Alex ask the questions.
Oh, I don't hate that.
But he also has to make the questions.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sure. we got time. Alex, hurry up.
Yeah, you think I couldn't come up with questions on the spot?
Yeah.
Well, you're right.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jaimen.
Yeah, so I'm not hip to the new Zencaster. Can I just close out?
Yeah. I think just close your tab and that should be fine.
All right, cool. Have a good night, guys.
Peace.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
So it was Alex and Randy versus Corey and Evan. What's Evan messaging, folks?
Oh, that was the map I mentioned of last year's play-in pool.
Oh, goodness. No, that's not too terrible.
Dude, it will not let me edit any of the images tonight with AI, even though it suggests doing it. Tried like every single time I've tried.
Did you pay your AI bill?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
Well, there you go. You're going to lose privileges that way.
All right, so Alex and Randy, we got 3 categories. Would you like category 1, category 2, or category 3?
You got a preference?
Let's do 1.
Sure.
All right, question 1, category 1. What type of steak is known for having a distinctive bone that separates a tenderloin section from a top loin section? What type of steak is known for having a distinctive bone that separates a tenderloin section from a top loin section?
Is that T-bone?
T-bone.
Do you guys agree? I mean,
yes.
The fact that you said it
I think we
simultaneously.
said the same thing at the same time. Yeah, I couldn't actually tell. But yes.
Is the T-bone a disc?
Finally, I get a flip-flop answer. All right.
My instinct was yes, but I don't know.
I like it, but at the same time, like what? Like steak names for discs?
Maybe I'm just thinking of a T-Rex.
I mean, if there was a steak named or a disc named after a steak, I think T-bone would be the most likely. I kind of hate it though.
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't help.
Nope.
Yeah, like I said,
Alex?
my instinct was yes, but yeah.
All right, let's go. Yes.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
West Applied Technologies, May 18th, 2007.
I wasn't paying attention. Did they say yes or no?
They said yes.
said yes.
Yes.
So it is 2-0. Corey and Evan, would you like category 1, category 2, or category 3?
Evan, I feel like you're gonna be doing a lot of work tonight. Let me take this question. Let's go with number 3, Pat.
Category 3?
Yeah.
All right. Question 1, category 3. What is the name of the elven-made short sword wielded by Bilbo Baggins and later Frodo Baggins, which glows blue when orcs are near? What is the name of the elven-made short sword wielded by Bilbo Baggins and later Frodo Baggins, which glows blue when orcs are near?
Hang on.
And since you picked the category, you have to answer the question, right, Corey?
Nah, this ain't 8-player Cali rules. Is it Lucille?
All right, I don't want to spoil a potential answer, so at the end of the trivia, I'll tell you what inanimate object is named Lucille.
I know what it is,
but it's not Lucille.
BB King's guitar.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm ruining it. That's not a potential answer.
No, that's fine. I think there's technically probably 2 answers to this, but we'll go with the one that I think is a disc, and we're going to say Sting.
Wait, what? That's the answer. That's what they
did? So it's because it's an elven dagger, but Bilbo's a hobbit, and he's so small, it's effectively a sword for him, and he calls it Sting because it's like his little sting of it. No, it's an actual metal sword.
All right, it definitely is a disc, but yeah, so we'll go with Stinger, Pat. I mean, Sting. Although Stinger sounds better.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Is the Sting a disc?
It is.
Discraft, right?
Yeah.
What year?
I agree. No idea.
2004.
2005.
November 7th, 2017.
Oh, really?
Close.
What was the other possible answer, Evan?
I'm blanking on the elvish name for the sword.
Yeah, I'm sure it had
everything.
Sorry. Elvish name. No, after I said it, I realized, I could have thrown them off. It could have been a music category. It's not a music category.
It could be a WCW wrestling category.
It could be.
Ooh.
But it isn't a music category.
I've said too much already.
Mm-hmm. Alex and Randy, category 1 or category 3?
I mean, there's no way it's going to be Lord of the Rings trivia.
It so could be.
You want to go 3 then? I'm happy going 3.
Let's at least do 3 for question 2, because if it's not, at least it won't be like 80s musicians or something.
All right, I'm good with that.
All right, we're going 3.
All right, question 2, category 3. In a Led Zeppelin tune, Robert Plant was packing his bags for what tidal mountains familiar to Tolkien fan? In a Led Zeppelin tune, Robert Plant was packing his bags for what tidal mountains familiar to Tolkien fan?
I mean, I have lots of thoughts, but I don't actually know.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I know, but I'm really, really not sure. It's not like Smoky Mountains. It's not like simple like that, is it?
If it was in that direction, it'd be the Misty Mountains.
Misty, thank you. Okay. I think that would be it then.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think Zeppelin threw like Elvish words like into their songs. So yeah, we're going to guess. I think Misty is more appropriate. Yeah.
I'm happy with Misty.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Is the Misty a disc?
Huh. I mean, that's a terrible disc name. It's an adjective. It doesn't make sense.
I don't like it. Yeah. Unless it's like a Pokemon brand.
Technically true. I think we both feel a no. Let's go.
I'm good with no. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Khalifa Discs, February 2nd, 2023. The Misty.
Khalifa or Khalifa?
Khalifa, Kliffa.
Ugh.
What the hell?
That's that company's a bad name too.
Cliffa.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever said that name before, so they might not have a ton of discs. All right, Corey and Evan, you're down 1, category 1 or category 3?
All right, Corey. So if it is, and it is obviously a Lord of the Rings category, I consider myself a fan, but it could be dangerous because there is some really deep lore. So no guarantees, but I think we stick with 3.
I'm sure they're going to ask a question that I know the answer to out of one of these. So let's see if we can find one of them.
Keep that energy.
I hope that he gets first crack at all these. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, yeah.
I can give you my best guess right off the bat.
Question 3, category 3. What is the common name used by the inhabitants of Bree and the surrounding lands for the mysterious ranger who aids Frodo Baggins and his companions at the Prancing Pony? What is the common name used by the inhabitants of Bree and the surrounding lands for the mysterious ranger who aids Frodo Baggins and his companions at the Prancing Pony?
Oh, yeah. So he's like kind of like the bodyguard, right? So is it the dog?
Don't help him, Evan.
I'm kind of supposed to help him, Randy.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
No, Corey, that's the bounty hunter. his dog, Dog the Bounty Hunter.
No. He watches over the kid or some shit. Got blonde hair.
I think I know what you're talking about, and it's a different thing. And I shouldn't be helping you, but I know Evan knows it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's a different fantasy realm. No, I just got that. Yep. No, but good guess there. No, they're talking about the character Aragorn, and his nickname is Strider, I think.
So is the answer Arajabroni or Strider?
Let's hear it one more time because I think he wants the nickname or what the people of Bree called him.
Okay, yeah.
What is the common name used by the inhabitants of Bree and the surrounding lands for the mysterious ranger who aids Frodo Baggins and his companions at the Prancing Pony?
Yeah, he's a mysterious ranger at that point. They don't know that he's Aragorn, son of Arathorn. So we'll go with Strider.
Strider, Pat.
Is the Strider a disc?
Could be. Seems like a plausible.
Depending on how they spelled it, it does look like a cool word.
I think it was like a Nintendo game, if I'm not mistaken.
You guys keep making Nintendo references as if Nintendo wouldn't sue the ever-living crap out of anyone coming up with these names that are referencing Pokemon or Nintendo. Are you guys
pretty
not?
sure Lord of the Rings predates Nintendo? Maybe not the Nintendo card company, but the Nintendo video game company.
So you're leaning like you like it, or you don't like it?
I like it just because it's a badass word.
Yeah, I like it for a similar reason, actually.
I'm like 89% sure that it is a Nintendo game, which to me just pushes it further into the yes.
Now you lost me, but yeah, we'll go yes.
No, you don't think somebody would have nostalgia vibes for that? I don't know. We like yes, Pat.
Prodigy Discs, July 25th, 2022.
All right.
Alex and Randy, category 1 or category 3? You're down 1 point.
I'm thinking we stick 3.
All right, let's do it.
Question 4, category 3. What type of creature, typically smaller and weaker than an orc, but no less malicious, did Bilbo encounter in the Misty Mountains and who chased the company of Thorin Oakenshield through their tunnel? What type of creature, typically smaller and weaker than an orc, but no less malicious, did Bilbo encounter in the Misty Mountains and who chased the company of Thorin Oakenshield through their tunnels?
It's got to be goblins.
Yep, goblin.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is the goblin a disc?
It's a good
It's
disc
gotta
name.
be.
It's
It's
a
gotta
good disc
be.
name. Yeah.
If there's no
I'm with you.
goblin, I'm
Gotta
buying
go,
one.
yes.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Innova Champion Discs, March 6th, 2006. Back in the league. Corey and Evan, category 1 or category 3?
I think we stick with it.
Okie dokie.
You feel different?
Only if you do.
No, I want to flex on them.
We could take a 1 and see if they take a 3 and then miss it.
That's true. That might be the better strat. Your call.
No, let's flex on them. Let's take 3.
Yes.
All right, question 5, category 3. What is the name of the creature derived from Old Norse and Old English words for wolf and outcast, often ridden into battle by orcs in The Lord of the Ring? What is the name of the creature derived from Old Norse and Old English words for wolf and outcast, often ridden into battle by orcs in Lord of the Ring?
This seems like an easier answer, but I'm not going to know it. Other than, I mean, if they're orcs, then maybe they're like mud puppies.
I was about to say, when you said I'm not going to know it, I was like, but imagine you stumble into it and you didn't. I'm pretty sure that it is warg.
How do you spell that?
I spelled it W-A-R-G on my paper.
Ooh, it does have war in it. And from what I know about them, they do love warring.
Yeah, they're like like he said, they're wolf-like, and the goblins ride on their backs, and they trap the hobbits and Gandalf in the trees, and then the trees get set on fire because Gandalf's throwing exploding pine cones. It's pretty exciting.
Sounds like a great IMAX experience.
Sounds like they didn't need to stretch it into 3 movies, but I digress.
Sounds like why you lighting shit on fire while you're in trees. That doesn't sound
Yeah.
wise, but
Well, he had the eagles in his back pocket. Anyway, I think it's warg.
Sure.
is the warg a disc?
Probably.
You think so? I mean, I don't know that word. I don't know who. It looks like a weird word, but it does have war in it. So I would lean towards no, but you might be more in tune with fantasy named discs.
No, I definitely don't think that my knowledge of discs is any broader than yours. It does feel like a badass fantasy word. I don't know how hard Doomsday leans into that kind of stuff. So I could see it. We've had all yeses so far. That doesn't mean anything. What are the odds Pat made a whole Lord of the Rings category and found 6 disc names? I think it's possible, but...
Strider looked cool. Warg looks and sounds bad.
All right, we can go with no.
Hang on. Let's not be too hasty here.
You talked me into it.
What does New Zealand use for a coin? Because that's kind of a mystical place. We'll just go with the Australian dollar. It's kind of close. We're going to flip it once. Heads it's yes. Tails, it's no.
Okay.
That is a head. That is yes. That is Queen Elizabeth. So I guess we're going yes. It's a disc.
Okay.
You guys agree?
Yep.
I'm sorry, no.
Freaking Queen Elizabeth. Son of
You talked me into it, and then you wanted to flip a coin.
a man. Coin usually don't lie.
Is there a kangaroo on the other side?
There's actually multiple there, unless it. No, actually, I think it's one kangaroo and like a flip motion type of thing. There's like he's in an actions. So yes.
Halfway through, we're tied 5-5. Alex and Randy, category 1 or category 3?
How confident are you feeling on Lord of the Rings?
So I feel I've known all of the answers so far, so I'm feeling pretty confident. That being said, theoretically, we could leave that for them and hope they miss it and get the easy questions in one.
Okay, let's do it. Category 1.
Yeah, you want to do that one?
Yeah,
I'm good either way.
I like that.
All right, category 1.
Question 2, category 1. What is the more common word for a bird's furcula? A V-shaped bone that may bring a person good luck. What is the more common word for a bird's furcula? A V-shaped bone that may bring a person good luck.
Sounds like a wishbone.
Yep, wishbone.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Is the wishbone a disc?
I like this way more than T-bone,
Yeah.
but like,
I mean, the thing you do with wishbones is you snap them.
but
Maybe I'm probably thinking about it too much, but that's
you're standing on the
that's in my head.
T-pad and you wish to get a hole in one, and then you
You
snap it in half.
half, like
And you throw the
pre-flight,
bigger
you
half.
throw the bigger one, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like it easily could be a disc.
Yeah, I want to go yes.
Let's go yes then.
All right, here we go. Yes.
I'm sorry, no.
No.
Corey and Evan, category 1 or category 3?
All right. What if we try and Uno reverse their strategy on them? If we stick with 1 right now, then they will have to take either question 6. I think, if I'm looking at this.
Yeah,
right.
I was just trying to do the quick math too. They'd have to choose between 6s.
And if they miss 6 in category 3, then we get a chance to steal, but we could also try and take that one confidently. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think we switched to 1.
Okay. I like it.
Switching to 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Question 3, category 1. What term is used to describe the spine of a mountain range, a book, or a person? What term is used to describe the spine of a mountain range, a book, or a person?
Would that be backbone? Do you think they all have bone in the answer?
Ooh, damn it! You just gave it away
Did he?
to at least
We'll
somebody.
stay tuned. We'll find out.
Yes.
Okay. Any other words pop in your mind? Because there was another word that came to mind first, but then it didn't have bone in it, so I discarded it.
What was it?
It was ridge, and I don't like that.
Yeah, ridge.
I wasn't even going to tell you, to be honest.
Man, I think that word flowed through my mind too, but then I couldn't remember if ridge was in the question. So I like backbone. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Is the backbone a disc?
Sounds like the kind of disc you can build your whole bag around.
Ah, yes, that's coin.
But let's see. But wishbone wasn't. But a wishbone is flimsy. Like
Backbone.
and T-bone was a yes. I don't know. I want to feel like I'm 50-50. Maybe a little. Maybe I'm 51% yes.
Yeah, I am too. Yes.
Okay.
It's yes.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Quest Applied Technologies, December 19th, 2006.
Let's go.
Alex and Randy, category 1 or 3?
I think we stick with 1. If we do end up being forced into a 6, I'd rather have that in our back pocket.
Where is Quest going to draw the line on their bone discs?
Good question.
Stay tuned and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a good stick
Yes.
with 1.
Going 1.
All right, question 4, category 1. In the 2002 film Spider-Man, what is the ring name of the wrestler played by Randy Macho Man Savage who faces off against Peter Parker in a cage match to win a cash prize? In the 2002 film Spider-Man, what is the ring name of the wrestler played by Randy Macho Man Savage who faces off against Peter Parker in a cage match to win a cash prize?
That would be Bonesaw.
Bonesaw. Thank you. I was not sure. All right. Bonesaw it is.
Is the bone saw a disc? Is the bone saw?
There you go. They just keep getting more and more likely, I think. I didn't like backbone, but I like Bonesaw more than wishbone and T-bone.
Yeah, I like Bonesaw as well. I'm good
Let's
with
go
it.
yes then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, no.
Oh my
man.
God.
You guys should start your own disc company.
Yeah.
You really got your finger on the pulse.
Or just go against our instincts every single time.
That's the George Costanza.
I got you guys tied at 7.
Yeah,
Agreed.
but they got a question.
But yeah,
and
Corey and Evan, Category 1 or Category 3?
All right, do we double verse the strat since now Alex thinks he likes having a choice of 6s?
No, I think we got to take that 5er off the board.
Okay, Category 1, Pat.
Question 5, Category 1. What was the code name used by Brock Rumlow, the former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who becomes a mercenary with a distinctive skull mask in the film Captain America: Civil War? What is the code name used by Brock Rumlow, the former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who becomes a mercenary with a distinctive skull mask in the film Captain America: Civil War?
I was so worried by the first 80% of that question, but now I know Evan knows it.
I think I know it. Do you know it?
No.
Oh.
Wait, let me guess.
Yeah.
Badass bone name, not ham bone, not thick bone.
Busy Bone, Crazy Bone, all the Bone Thugs in Harmony.
No, I got nothing.
All right, Pat, we're going to go with Crossbones.
Nice.
You go with that, Corey?
Yeah.
This is the Crossbones, a disc.
I do really like that disc name.
It's got strong pirate vibes. I like it.
Yeah.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no.
Boo.
So you're up 1, 8-7.
Yep.
Final round, Alex and Randy. Which question 6 would you like? Category 1 or Category 3?
We'll find out if we play it into Alex's hands.
Gotta be Category 3.
All right. I was thinking that too. Let's do it.
All right, question 6, Category 3. In the Lord of the Rings books, Gandalf the Wizard is the one who tames and rides what lord of horses? In the Lord of the Rings books, Gandalf the Wizard is the one who tames and rides what lord of horses?
Shadowfax.
Yep.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the Shadowfax a disc?
I have no clue.
I'm like really.
My initial instinct was no, because it's like a proper name.
It feels like they own that name.
But then again, there was a whole category of Star Trek discs that were, proper Star Trek names. So maybe somebody did that.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing Legolas tonight, and like that was a yes. Like there's been no proper
That's true.
name yeses. But man, Shadowfax would be sick.
Wait, who was Legolas?
Yeah, I can't.
Come on, Corey.
As an answer, though, we didn't have Legolas, right?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
he's-
Like, there was no Bilbos and
I just want to point out, Corey sounds like Frodo right now. Do you guys ever hear that theory that Frodo doesn't know Legolas's name because he never says it the entire time in the movies?
I only know Legolas from the reference in a Coach Hines skit from Mad TV.
I'm
that really
speechless.
helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
This is for all the marbles.
Yeah. You tell me.
Let's go. Yes.
All right, let's do it.
You guys agree?
Yep.
Prodigy disc, May 2nd,
Whoa.
2022.
Prodigy makes a Shadowfax?
That's crazy.
What the hell?
Corey, we should have taken that question because I knew it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a disc too. I don't know why. I didn't know Prodigy, but well played, Ben. Well played.
That's crazy.
That puts you guys up by 1, right?
Yeah.
I was really
Yes.
hoping you trusted your instincts and said no.
All right. For the tie and potential win, question 6, category 1 for Corey and Evan. What is the name of the classic rock channel on Sirius XM, which was curated by the late, great Ozzy Osbourne? What is the name of the classic rock channel on Sirius XM, which was curated by the late, great Ozzy Osbourne?
Not a serious guy.
We know you're not a serious guy, Corey.
I'm a CD player guy.
Bone. What are some words with bone in it that are...
How do you know the answer has bone in it, Corey? Come on.
It could be literally anything.
Them bones, bat bones,
It's his channel, so be like,
dark bones.
what about like bone? Ooh, what about boneyard? Like graveyard?
I do love Boneyard. Yep. We will definitely shelf that one. Unless we're just going to lock in on that one.
I just feel like it would maybe be like a place, like
Oh, Ozzy's Boneyard.
like the name of the channel exactly, like Bonehead,
Yeah, probably not.
the Bone Zone.
Bone Zone, yeah.
Honestly, I just thought like graveyard, but
Yeah, no, I like Boneyard.
with bone in it.
Yeah.
Like that's as deep as I got on that answer. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean this literally this loss could be akin to laying up for the loss. But I think Boneyard is a good guess.
You guys agree?
I suppose.
Yeah.
For the potential win is the Boneyard, a disc.
Wow.
I wanted to be Bone Zone so bad.
Secretly, I did too. Once I said that out loud.
It was the Boneyard. Then when Ozzy took it over, it became Ozzy's Boneyard.
Didn't you say that, Corey?
I did say, I said Ozzy's Boneyard, yeah. I mean, I like it as a disc name.
I do too. This one feels to me like maybe it would be the Doomsday answer.
Yeah.
Right? Don't they have? Am I misremembering like what their other discs are like? Aren't they all spooky and shit?
Yeah, they're all like Armageddon type thing.
Yeah, this Boneyard feels pretty morbid.
Yeah, I'm on the same track.
I don't know. Is that a good? Well,
My vote is yes.
all right, we'll go yes.
We are tied.
God damn it.
Whoa.
So wait, is T-Bone and Backbone the only
Yes.
bone discs in existence?
I don't talk about it much, but I hear when Randy talks and says you got to have more no's. We could zip through 2, or I could
Sure.
do like Randy had suggested at one point and have you guess a year. Up to you guys.
Yeah, let's just have a quick tiebreaker.
Yeah, let's do a quick one.
All right, give me 27 seconds.
Good round, fellas.
Good job, Evan.
I was really scared that the Lord of the Rings category would be like deep cuts that I was gonna.
That's
not-
what I was scared
not
of.
know.
Exactly.
I was also a little bit worried about that, but then I was like, the deep cuts that I don't know are going to be like names of people and things that are just, there's no chance they're going to be discs, or I would hope that there's no chance they're going to be discs.
Shadowfax.
I mean,
That's a pretty
Yeah.
well-known answer to Tolkien fans, but I am surprised it's a disc. I don't know.
Yeah,
I had
same.
the instinct it was. I don't know why, but it does still surprise me.
All right, so I guess it's Alex and Randy get the first shot at this. So I'm going to give you the name of a disc, and you're going to tell me the year that it became a PDGA legal disc. All right?
Mm-hmm.
In what year was the Innova Champion Discs AVR? When did the Innova Champion Disc AVR become a PDGA approved disc?
oof.
I'm like afraid to not go back far enough.
And just to
Yeah.
clarify, this is not Price is Right.
Yeah.
Over, under, whoever's closest, period.
Mm-hmm. What's your first thought, Alex?
The absolute first thing that came into mind was 1986. And then I'm like, no, that's got to be too new.
I was thinking 82.
All right.
So we're both in the 80s, but the first World Championships was in the 80s. So I'm thinking 80s.
The first World Championship was in the 80s, then I like 82 more than 86.
Okay, I'm scared.
It'll be fine. Let's go 82.
All right.
My first thought at 86 was like, that's probably too modern. Like, it's probably older than that, but I don't know.
I'm really not sure. Because wait, what do you think the AVR was around for the first World Championship, or were they still using lids, or not lids, but like the 150 gram things?
Yeah, I would have said by the time the World Championships are happening, the AVR would be solidly in existence.
I'm not sure about that now. Let's go later. Let's go with 86.
All right. I got no support. So if you're feeling strongly, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Corey and Evan, they said 1986. What do you guys say?
I don't know. Older than 86?
For no good reason, the number that popped in my head was 84.
Yeah, I was kind of.
I don't know why.
Myself.
Okay.
I had to pick a number at the beginning.
My sister was born in 85. That's my only connection to that year, I think.
Yeah, so I say 85.
That's cool because that's kind of like giving them the prices right, just one lower.
Yeah.
Because if it is 85 and we say 84, then we're still tied.
Mm-hmm. 85 it is.
85 is a good answer.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Innova Champion Discs, January 1st, 1984.
Oh,
God.
I was 2.5.
Damn.
Alex and Randy were like, just split
We
the
split.
difference,
We
fellas.
should've
Split
split
the
'em.
difference.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Corey and Evan.
All right.
So what about birthdays? What do we got coming up, Alex?
So my birthday is the 6th. What else we got? That's all I got off the top of my head.
Carolyn Wachowski, the better half of the Wachowskis, Jeff's wife, also August 6th.
Oh,
Also, my father's birthday
when?
is also August 6th. Yeah. Happy birthday,
Wow.
Larry Parsley.
A lot of cold winters in the area.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Scott Spellman, Warwick guy. His is also August 6th. Brandon Lopez, Wedge guy. That's what I got.
Happy birthdays.
Yes, happy birthday, all y'all. All right. Well, thank you, Alex, Jaimen, Randy, Jason, Corey, Evan, and Sweet Up Hudson.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks,
Like
Pat.
that.
Thanks, everybody.
Pat's disappointed he wasn't recording for that one.
Well, no, he tells me all the time, so no.
Yeah. It's just not so public.
Yeah.
Ever since Pabst Blue Ribbon moved their manufacturing, the cans just don't crack like they used to.
Where'd they move it from and then to?
I can't remember where they were and where they went to. There's multiple places, but the one Pabst Blue Ribbon group that I'm in, I just always see people about it.
Weren't they like a Milwaukee?
Yeah, and I don't know if they moved to if they make it now in Wisconsin and somewhere else. Memphis, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Oh yeah, La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's where the dog shit comes out of. Allegedly, that's just what I've heard.
Like bad beer, you mean?
Yeah, it just tastes different.
When I was a kid, we would basically drink whatever we could get our hands on. And Milwaukee's Best was one of those.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I don't
the
know
blue
if that's
can.
one of the dog shits.
I don't want to offend any Milwaukee's Best enjoyers, but I've never really seen anyone drink it that was well put together.
For us, that was almost like splurging. When we really couldn't get it, we had to drink like Cool Colt or was it Crazy Horse? Something like that. Yeah.
My dad had a friend growing up that drank Old Milwaukee, which I think is worse somehow.
I'm of the opinion that Old Milwaukee Light actually tastes a lot better than Old Milwaukee. And that's your beer minute.
Yeah. I can get a 30 rack of Old Milwaukee delivered to my house for $20.
What? Is that with a rebate?
I'm going to guess that is not with the delivery fee included, but
Okay,
still.
I was going to say, you could start flipping Old Milwaukee.
It says free delivery, actually. So
Is that you asking Kat to walk across the street, go get it?
no, dude, we had like a packy, like 2 doors down when we bought this house and it closed.
Sorry, what?
What would you call it?
A beer store, a gas station, not a packy. Is that
That's
supposed to be
packy.
like a package store, like an ABC store?
Yeah,
How is it actually pronounced, though?
packy.
A packy.
Yeah.
You got to go down to the packy.
There's no R in it to begin with. It's just packy.
Is
you gotta
it
say
from package store?
Yeah, but in Massachusetts, most convenience stores don't have alcohol. Like when I grew up, it was you had to be at a liquor store to get alcohol, and somehow random packies had alcohol. It was like it set it apart from like other convenience stores.
That's the annoying thing. Anytime we go to one of these things, like for a weekend, like even Connecticut, stop at a gas station, get gas and beer. Oh, they don't sell beer here. I got to find a liquor store.
It's way better. When I was growing up, there was none, like zero at gas stations, and now at least like some grocery stores and some gas stations have them now.
In Memphis, the liquor stores can't sell anything without alcohol in them.
The cigarettes have alcohol.
They can't do cigarettes. They can't
That's
do
crazy.
like in order to get a glass, you have to buy one of those big bottles that have the 2 glasses hanging on it. You get them free kind of thing. I mean, not that that's a huge craziness, but and then of course they have the Sunday thing where you can't buy it before like noon. But I think that's around here too in some places.
I think they've changed. Yeah, they've adjusted that, or at least they've made it much earlier.
It's still just late enough on Sundays to be annoying. Like we went out for brunch somewhere and like I couldn't get a drink because I needed to wait like 45 more minutes.
And
Yeah.
actually, it might even be a county thing.
When I did my volleyball tournament, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I stopped for, general Gatorade and beer and such that you need for these volleyball tournaments like you do. And I stopped at 7:30 at my local Hannaford, and they would not sell me alcohol before 8 o'clock. So I went 15 minutes north to Rensselaer County, and they'll sell it to you before 8 o'clock. This was a Saturday, so I don't know if it's a Saturday Sunday type of thing, but yeah, it was. Columbia County won't sell it to you before 8 o'clock.
Pennsylvania has some weird stuff too. I don't know if it's the whole state or when I was in Pittsburgh, this is again a decade ago. Even for beer, you had to go to a beer store. Same as what Corey was talking about earlier. It's just, each area has their weird rules.
Actually, I remember like way back in the day, like going to Mount Kisco, tried to get a beer when we first got there. But then I think you're not supposed to be able to drink at that park.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably like most parks, but I think that was like the first time I've been there. And we saw like the Walgreens or whatever that's right there on the corner, and we got hit with the same thing. It was like 9:30, like now or 9 o'clock, whatever it was. Couldn't buy it yet.
Yeah, that's the thing with these early morning tournaments. I blame the tournament directors, but it's not like I'm going to drink it now. But if I want to have a beer at lunch, I got to buy it first thing in the morning. I'm not going to plan ahead. Forget that. Andrew Chamberlain was supposed to come on, but Evan never told him when we record. So.